Sup? This poem's called Push. Night rises like the morning sun. The freaks come out at night, played back over and over in my head. As I turn the key in the ignition and push the gas to hit up the nightclub, as I enter in and focus in on the blinding lights flashing yellow, red, and green, they come to a stop on the deer in my headlights, so I move over to her and push up beside her. Would you like a drink? A dance? Were the words I was thinking, but came out of her mouth. Stunned I was, but I obliged. A shout of your choice, and yes to the dance. So we hit the floor, moving around, and she pushed back on me. I engaged in the feeling it had. Want to get out of here? I got a hotel. But I didn't. Wait, who did? She did? Was I in some sort of warp zone? Why was this all so different to me? Should I play hard to get? Is this how it works? Nonetheless, I found myself turning the key in the ignition and push off into the night toward the hotel. We arrived in the room. I got to the foot of the bed, and she then gave me a push that landed me on the bed, undoing my zipper in record time, pulling out my weapon of choice. But I felt powerless as I raised up. I felt her push me back down, and sensations of joy as her tongue wrapped around my once powerful weapon, her hands caressing the ball joints held below, and then raising and deploying the shafts up and down, strokes of war between tongue and hand until I felt my flag raise and my soldiers push forward. In surrender, like a death penalty, she consumed them. But she had plans for me. She got on top, sliding down and riding me like a pony, but she was used to stallions. She made her joyful noises nonetheless. Desperate for my manhood, I rose up and pushed her down to the bed, ass up in the air, ramming into her like an angry goat, but I was no ram, and she treated me as such, as she yelled, push. So I pushed. Push. So I pushed. Slapping her ass and riding it with thrust of depletion while I sweat buckets, I pushed, but she was not to be outdone. I felt my peak, so I kicked it into overdrive, turned the key in the ignition, and felt my head push upon the horn of my car, waking me up.